In part 1, we studied how we can handle missing values, how we can pre-process the data which is having missing values. The next is outlier. So before going to handle this outliers, before going to study the techniques useful for outlier handling, we have to check if we are including outlier in the mission in the data, what will happen. If we are removing and if we are making the model, what is the benefit we are going to get. So this figure is going to explain that one. Here we have a regression line for this one. In this models between the speed and distance, the first graph is this first graph represent the model and the coverage of that model with outliers only. In the second one, we removed the outliers, then we created the model. That time we can see the model is having a better, much better fit. So always you have to think about how you have to analyze in the data exploration where you have to check if outliers are present and how to handle them. But this thing is not correct in all the cases. Sometimes in some kind of application may you have to check whether those maybe some unusual behaviors will be there in the data. That time you have to analyze properly and check whether those data points are outlays or maybe some useful information for our training. For example, this biological experiments and maybe some bank transactions and all, you have to think in this way. Maybe one data point is totally different from the other. Maybe that's some fraud activity or those kind of things. So before deleting that outliers, in case of a critical situation, you have to check whether those data are actually outliers or not. So how we can identify the outliers? We can use different methods actually. What are first we can use the interquartile range, we can use standard z using the standard deviation we can remove the outliers. Then basic logic behind the outlier detection is this only. And what is the reason actually why we are getting outliers in the data? One is maybe the variability in the data. For example, in a bank transactions and maybe some small amount the customers are transferring, maybe very huge amount also some customers are transferring. Maybe that is not that much of frequently occurring event, but maybe the chances are there to occur. So the first reason for the outlier is variability in the data, and second thing maybe due to some experimental measurement error. For example, we are reading the data using some sensors and all, and if one of the sensor is not working, that particular value, or if sometimes some error happens, so it is that is showing very high value, that kind of possibility is also there. And if we are keeping the outlier, what will happen? Actually, it cause various problems during the statistical analysis. For example, the mean, max, and all these value will be total. It will be very, for example, very high value is present as an outlier. That time the maximum value for that particular attribute will be very high. Second problem means it will create a problem for the second thing, it will create an impact in the mean and the standard deviation also. Various ways for finding the outlier. We can use a scatter plot, block spot, z-score, and IQR rate, interquartile range. Some of the advanced methods are angle-based outlier detection, k-nearest, isolation forest, many others are there. Some methods are there based using the cluster analysis and all. But in this session, we are going to study only how we can handle using the box plot and the IQR and the Z value only. First thing, you have to convert the data into numeric format only. So in the bare nuclei, the format was different, so I converted that into a numeric type. If maybe in some other data set, some other features will be, many features will be in a string format or anything, so you have to use the you have to convert that into numeric only, then only you can make this box plot. So after making this box plot, you can see some of the data points, these bubbles and all, they actually, this is 1.5 times, these data points are 1.5 times greater than the interquartile range, means IQR value. So this comes under this all these points are, these bubbles are outliers only. So from this box plot, we can find out how many data, how many attributes are having outliers and all these informations we can. So in 5 columns we are having outliers here. So marginal adhesion they are having, then single, this one, this particular attribute is having, then for this one also having, this one and this one, total 5 attributes are having outliers. So we have to remove those outliers. First method we are going to explain using the set method only. So what is the set method? How we can perform the using set method, how we can delete the outliers. So first we have to find out the z value. Z value we can calculate by that particular data entry, x minus mu, mu is the mean, divided by sigma. First for this particular data we can convert in a we can do the standardization process for this particular data, and after that we can store that value in z value. So now after this, here initially before the standardization, this is the data. And okay, just remember, for before the standardization process, you have to, actually this NANs are not affected by the standardization process. So you can convert this one using the set z value, using this z equal to x minus mu divided by sigma formula, and this is the after standardization this data you will get. So here we are here it is 22 23rd row, they are displaying. Now you have to check how we can remove the outliers basing this one. In this case means that we have to decide, we are going to keep, normally in generally how we are going to remove the outliers using the set score, we have to keep a standard deviation 3. So in both the direction, 0 to minus 3 and 0 to plus 3. So if the data is comes under this particular range, you can keep those data points, other you have to discard. So here they are using that particular condition only, z should be greater than minus 3 and z should be less than or equal to minus 3. So here we are doing across all the columns we are doing, and total in this particular data set we are having 9 attributes. That's why the sum we are keeping, that is equal to 9. So across all the columns we have to remove using the set value. After this one, after removing this one, you will get z2 value. Z2 is having, this is after removing the outlier using the set value, we got 632 data elements. And the second method is using IQR only. So in IQR, first how we can find out the interquartile. So first you have to arrange the data in a particular order, in an increasing order. Then you have to first calculate the Q1 value and Q3 value. Q1 value means if you are getting, you have 20 data points and you are arranging those data in an increasing order. And so first you can check who is, which is the fifth value. So fifth value means out of 25 means it's a 25%. So the first quartile value means that will be your fifth value, and third quartile will be your 15th value only. So like that, the fifth value, what it represents. So 25% of the data will be from minimum value to that fifth value only. 75% means the minimum value to that 15th value only. So then after that you can find out the interquartile using q3 minus q1. Now for the outlier, what is the rule? You have to, for the lower bound for the outlier, if the value is less than q1 into 1.5, you have to remove that one. Otherwise you have to find the upper bound q3 into 1.5. In this case also you have to remove that particular one. So this one you have to, if you have first the same method only, what we have to do for the outlier detection using z value, the same thing you can repeat for the repeat for removing outlier using IQR. Next one is how we can handle this outlier. You so that we cover. Next we have to cover some, we have to analyze, we have to check the data. If sometimes in the data you can see lots of duplicates are available, will be there. For example, the first row, it is that is again going to repeat it as a the 15th row, maybe as a 25th row. So that kind of things, duplicate data also we have to check in the data pre-processing. So using this function data dot duplicate, we can find out how many datas are there. And here I am just taking that 11th and 25th row, and just from the data I am taking. So here you can see the 11th and 20th day both are same only. So you always, for any data set, you have to remove the duplicate data. So before deleting the duplicate, we were having 699. After deleting the duplicates, we are having 463 data points.